Easter, or at least today when I'm posting this video, it'll be Easter. If you're in a different time zone, or I'm just late on uploading the video, then I am so sorry. I am pathetic. I can't believe I did this. I let this happen. What is wrong with me? Okay, well, anyway, yeah. So because it's Easter, I figured I might as well tell a story about about the Easter I spent last year. So I used to work at Walmart's online grocery pickup. This is where the story takes place. Now, because I go to church on Sundays, I asked for Sundays off. And because I'm given Sundays off, I did not think about it when Easter was coming around. It did not occur to me to ask for that day off. I just assumed I would already be given that day off. But guess what? Because so many people asked for that day off, I was forced to work there. I was supposed to work on Easter Sunday. Luckily, things turned out well with my family plans because our family Easter party turned out to be the day after Easter because we had other things going on in Easter, and all my family that lived in the area, we all go to different churches. So, yeah. So when it comes to family plans, it's not like I have anything else to do. And I worked a later shift, so at least I got Easter morning, but what is now usually online grocery pickup at other parts of the US is busy on Sundays because it's the weekend, but not here in my state. I live in Utah, which means a good amount of the population go to church on Sundays and think of keeping the Sabbath day holy, so no one really thinks about going shopping on Sundays. So Sundays are generally boring here, but not this Sunday. This Sunday was not just boring. It was insanely boring. Just, oh my goodness. I had to help stock shelves some other parts of the store the first few hours I was there. Maybe the first 3 hours max I was there. Then I went on my break, and once I was done with helping out other parts of the store was when everyone else in OGP was just gone. I'm not kidding. No, wait, not 3 hours. I helped stock the first hour, and then that was it. That was it. After noon, we had no orders. After 12 o'clock, zero, nothing. So I am a dispenser, so I'm the one who brings out the orders. And seeing that from 12 o'clock till closing, I had zero, I legit had nothing to do. So I took my break when I was supposed to. Well, I didn't really take a break, really. I just quickly went. Okay, so what I did was during lunch, I asked one of the managers to keep an eye on OGP in case someone came by while I was on lunch, and they were like, sure, no problem. And when I came back, that was it. When I came back, I was all like, yeah, I know I'm not going to go back to the break room after my lunch because it was that boring. So I thought I brought my backpack into the OGP room because I bring a backpack when I go to work with my general stuff. I usually store it in the break room, but I decided to bring it to the OGP room so that way the very second 8 o'clock rolled around, I could just clock out and be out of there. I would not have to go all the way to the back of the store to get my bag. So anyway, so I bring my bag to the OGP room, and I pretty much just sit there for hours. I mean, first I did all the cleaning, and I did all the cleaning I could just to get myself up. Just to get myself to do something, because time flies a lot quicker when you're actually working. So for all you people who don't want to work, who don't like being at their jobs, just keep working, and eventually the time will fly fast. Or at least that's how it is with me. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, that's why I'm always working, just to let the time fly faster. But once I was done cleaning, I still had several hours left of my shift. And I was all like, really? So pretty much what I just did was I just sat there in the corner of the room, pretty much go scrolling through Tumblr on my phone. The only time I would come out is when people would come for their Easter packages. I actually did had an encounter with one person who was not happy because they signed in, and if you're not in our system, or if your package isn't here yet, your name isn't checked into the screen or whatever it is in our system. It just says help request, so that way we can figure out what's going on. This person comes in and is all like, hi, where's my package? And I'm all like, well, what's your name? They give me their name, and I see that it's in transit, and I'm all like, oh, I'm sorry, it's in transit. And they're all like, but I need it today. So like, well, sorry, ma'am, there's nothing I can do. There's really nothing you can do? No, ma'am, but I need it today. It's an Easter present. I'm sorry. Shouldn't Walmart employees have this stuff ready by then? And I'm like, I don't control the postal service, ma'am. The only thing I do when it comes to packages is just to scan them so that way you get the notification saying that it's here and put it away, and make sure no one takes it until you pick it up. And when you do get it, be sure that it is you who's getting it, so that way it doesn't go to another person. That's all I do. I just put it away and be sure it gets to the right person. That's it. And they were like, really? I'm never trusting Walmart again. And I'm going, whatever, ma'am. I actually asked her what time she ordered it, and she ordered it like a few days ago. And I was like, you see, if you really want it like quickly, you should either do same day pickup, so that way if it's in our shelves, it'll be in here within 24 hours or 48 hours most. But if you can't have that option, then I recommend ordering it way in advance, because of how, getting packages works. I mean, that's what I do. And I mean, in fact, I was surprised when I ordered something from China and it got here within a week. I was really surprised. I mean, I usually think it's going to take a long time when I get packages. That's me. So, to all you people who get packages and stuff like that, I recommend you have that same set in mind, that it won't take a while for. I do have another story about this person thinking that their package wouldn't get here was there at the time, but that will be a story for another time. But anyway, after that woman left, I was again back on my phone and just scrolling through Tumblr and Twitter and a whole lot of stuff. Pretty much what I was thinking was, it was practically like that episode of Adam's and Everything where they're talking about work hours, where I would go home if I could, but based on how Walmart hours works, I get points if I clocked out early, if I clocked out too early. So I was forced to stay there for the bit of my shift, and the only reason why I was there, just to be sure that people getting their package, just in case people came by to get packages. That's literally what I was doing, just sitting there waiting for people to come. In fact, I was going, please come, someone please come to kill my boredom, someone please come, so that way they can whack my boredom with a baseball bat. Just someone please. That was my whole day in Easter. Several hours of me doing nothing. I mean, sure, when it's crazy at OGP, I feel like I want to tear my hair out, but I'd rather it be insanely fast paced sometimes. Well, most of the time, I'd rather it be insanely fast paced than insanely boring, because when it's fast paced, you're getting your blood going and time tends to fly by pretty quickly. But when there's nothing to do, it's, oh my goodness. I do admit, if now that I'm thinking about it, it was nice having a boring day like that, considering how I rarely get days like that at that job. And whenever I did get days like that, I was always be lectured by my manager going, do something, do this. And I'm going, I'm already done. But at that day, I was literally the only person there, so there was no one to lecture me. So I could have easily, I don't know, there were a lot of things I could have easily done during that time, considering the fact that there were no security cameras in that room. But I didn't. I just decided to play for my phone, but that's because I can't really think of anything evil to do. I'm that person. I'm a person who cannot think of an evil person to do, even if they had that opportunity just waiting for them. I'd be sitting there going, nah, not today. Maybe next time, but never does. I'm talking way too much. I should have wrote down this as a script, but oh well, at least. So yeah, moral of the story here, people, is that when you're working at a oh right, there's also another thing I wanted to say now that it's popped into my head. When it comes to major holidays, sometimes on major holidays it's gonna be, depending on the holiday, the store will be either really slow or really busy. Like, and the day before the holidays, those are guaranteed to be busy. Now at OGP, here's another thing that I get when it comes to people complaining now that it's on my head. The reason why this popped into my head is because Easter, as I'm recording this, is a week away, and I'm seeing that the only Easter basket that's ready, well, somewhat ready, that my mom's preparing is my basket, and it's only because I got my basket from the basement and I gave her the stuff to put in it. That's it. But I haven't seen anyone else's baskets ready, and I'm of course thinking, Mom, you did get the candy, right? Because if she hasn't, oh dear, oh no. Because here's now, if you're gonna get candy and stuff and supplies for a holiday, and you're gonna do it through online grocery pickup, get it way in advance, because within the last week, we tend to sell out pretty quickly. So during the last week before a major holiday, I'm always hearing. I go over people's substitutions and say, "Oh, we didn't have this, so we replace it with this," or you didn't have this, so you weren't charged. We didn't have this, so you won't be charged for it. And people will be all like, "Really? You're out of that?" And I'm of course mentally thinking, "Well, duh! It's freaking Easter's coming up, man. Of people, everyone's getting this stuff. Of course, we ran out." Well, I of course externally say, "Yeah, I am so sorry," and I actually generally say, it would have been best if you got this earlier. If you got this earlier. Most of the time, they're all like, most of the time, these people are all like, yeah, I guess you're right. I just kept on forgetting. But I do get these sassy people who are all like, well, you should be well stocked. Just, oh my goodness. Sure, if we were a super center in the middle of a busy city, then I understand the whole you should be well stocked thing. But oh man, I work at a Walmart that's in a small town. In fact, most of the people who come to OGP get their orders because they live a half an hour drive away and they're farmers. That's why they do the OGP thing, so that way they could just get their large amount of orders and just be out of there, because they don't want to waste the long drive. Yeah, they just want to get back home as soon as possible. That's how it is around here. So just I just hate people complaining that we're out of stuff a week before the holiday, and I'm of course thinking, you should have gotten this thing earlier. I have told my mom about this, so I have a feeling that so she won't be one of those people complaining, but I should remind her about getting the candy, because if she really wants to get a specific candy, she should get it now. Because it's best to get it a week early than the day of, because if she tries to get it the day of, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a guarantee that most of those candy is going to be substitutions. The holidays at Walmart, it's a nightmare. But I don't work there anymore, and I'm happy about that. Easter is the holiday of new beginnings, and I'm happy that this Easter I'm actually going to spend it with my family. And I am going to be downright excited because the week following Easter will be a new Attack on Titan season. This is going to be awesome, man. In fact, I'm also going to be watching a lot of Fruits Basket. Yeah. So thanks for watching my speed paint video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to hear any more Walmart stories, let me know. In fact, I have this one crazy story that I actually have video with it too that I might make one of these days. A lot of crazy things can happen at Walmart, even if it's in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, thank you for watching. The angels be with you. Bye.